is a story with many facets.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the Jody and Scott Show.
Yeah, that's right. It's the Jody and Scott Show. We are at jodyandscottshow.com. We're on iTunes. Subscribe if you're listening to us on iTunes or Stitcher or whatever. You can also find us on Twitter, Jody and Scott. We got a big night for you planned right now.
Jody, I am horny about tonight because we have so many things to get to. We have a huge guest coming up, and we're going to talk about your fashion, which is something that always tickles me.
You know
what I mean? Because I like talking about your fashion. I do.
You know, I've noticed that you seem to... I don't know why. You enjoy talking about the way I dress. I dress very, very simply.
Casually.
Very casually. I've dressed the same.
If you could walk around, topless with sweatpants, you'd do it. It's something you would do. If that was legal, but you have to go buy things.
I'm not
take kids to school.
I'm not a sweatpants guy. I've gotten into, I've gotten into those sort of like loose men's yoga pants. They're really great. The yoga pants. But okay, so anyway, tonight
like a hospital scrubs. By the way, before we get into a bunch of stuff, Jody, vote for us, OrlandoWeekly.com. It's the last week to vote for us for best show in the entire world. You just click on our name right there.
We've done our best to not be obnoxious about this.
Never.
And not post it all over social media and not be annoying.
Obnoxious.
But, it would really mean the world to us. If you went to OrlandoWeekly.com and you gave us a vote, it would be very cool to come in second place.
Very cool.
Very cool to come in second place to Tom and Dan. It would be very nice.
Because they're going to win. Maybe, you never know what happens.
So tonight,
there's a shot.
Tonight, we've got Tila Tequila joining us in just a little while.
Awesome.
She's like, we were just talking about this. She's like the original social media star, right? Like
she is the original Twitter goddess. I mean, she started on Myspace. We'll talk more about it when she gets on, but she is big. She is one of the biggest and one of my favorite stars on the planet. I'll tell you that right now.
So she's going to be on, and if you'd like to talk to her, we've got a bunch of phone lines open, and you can chat with Tila tonight. The phone number is 407-499-8009, 407-499-8009. You can listen live, of course, at jodyandscottshow.com. So we'll get to that in just a little while, but first we got a ton of stuff going on. First of all, Scott,
so much.
I'm down in South Florida, and right now
you're
things
retired at the age of 35.
Things are starting to get crazy in South Florida because the Zika alerts have been raised. Are you following along with the Zika panic, Scott? Are you there with me?
I haven't been raised. No, I know that I'm worried about you because apparently your wife is carrying one. And apparently that's not good.
My wife is pregnant, and the Zika thing is breaking out just like right down the street from us. If you see all over the news, they're like
Miami, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, Miami, Florida, Zika outbreak. And I'm like right down the street from exactly where this is happening.
You're walking around with your hospital scrubs.
Oh my God, dude. I'm outside fogging for mosquitoes. I'm looking for stagnant water. I'm out there. Like, I've never been more freaked out about mosquitoes.
Never been outside.
And what a cruel joke, right? I'm in Florida in the summertime, and I'm trying to defeat every mosquito. It's freaking impossible.
So are you guys going to get the hell out of South Florida?
We have considered
Are you worried
it.
about it? What's the deal? Are you going to run for cover?
I don't know.
Maybe dig one of those ditches up with Goodman. Do you see that movie?
Right.
Cloverfield, do one of those?
We've seriously talked about it, but like you can't realistically just pick up and leave. The kid has school, wife has a job. Man. We can't just pick up and leave. But like
homeschool.
The Zika.
You ever think about that?
The Zika.
Turn your kid to a big weirdo. Do homeschool.
Zika.
Homeschool. You gotta pick one. It's gonna be homeschool or Zika. Pick a hand. Which hand do I have the ball in? You know what I mean?
I don't want the new baby to have a tiny
head.
Lock
up Jamie.
Tiny head.
Lock up your wife. Yeah, the tiny head thing.
Yeah,
it's better
really
than having a big
up.
head. What would you rather have? A really, really, really tiny, like pool-sized head, or like a?
Are we talking like
big red balls?
Are we talking like Beetlejuice?
Howard Stern.
Small head.
I'm talking about like maybe a pool ball.
No, I'm talking about the Beetlejuice movie. Remember the shrunken head guy in the Beetlejuice movie? Not the Howard Stern guy. Although he does have a small head too. Like that might be Zika.
Or the size of like a yoga ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
What would you rather have, a yoga ball head or
my baby to have a
golf ball head?
A normal sized head.
You got to pick one, dude.
And I don't want
life. Okay?
I don't want Zika to be. Oh God, it's freaking terrifying.
Lock your wife. Lock the doors. Get right in there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cargo shorts, though, really quickly, I want to, briefly go over this. You're a big fan of them. Why are you, Jody? Because you can carry, like, your bong in there. Like, what's the deal? Why do you like them so much? Because they're so comfortable. They're stretchy.
I've worn cargo shorts.
They're big.
you and I have known each other for a long time, right? We've known each other since the early 2000s.
Yeah, I've actually gone shopping with you to the mall. You're like, I gotta get another pair of cargos. This one's getting dirty. You know what I mean?
Have you ever seen me wear anything other than jeans or cargo shorts?
Well, you tried that wig on for a couple days.
If they made cargo jeans, I'd probably wear cargo jeans.
Cargo jeans. That would be a good look for you.
Scott, that's
Stone Cold Steve asshole. You know?
Does anybody make cargo jeans?
No,
is that a thing that's ever been made?
Your cell phone in there.
Because if that hasn't been made, I'd like to claim ownership of that right now. Cargo jeans are a great freaking idea, Scott.
Why are the girls so against it though? Is it because of the pockets? Are they jealous of all the pockets we can put shit in, or do they just think it's a nerdy look?
I honestly don't know, because you sent over a story today. What was this? Was this in the Wall Street Journal?
That's right. I almost had the Wall Street Journal woman on here. What's her name?
I'm not really sure who the writer of the story was, but the Wall Street Journal wrote a whole story about how cargo shorts are somehow ruining
marriages.
Marriages,
not managers. Maybe managers
right.
too. You probably get fired if you show up to work with cargo pants on. Cargo shorts.
The story was about a guy who loved wearing cargo shorts, and his wife who hates them and would sneakily throw his cargo shorts away while he wasn't paying attention. Pair. And he's down to one pair. And the whole story is really sad when you think about it. Like, how miserable is this guy? Like, his wife won't let him wear the shorts that he wants to wear. Jesus Christ!
Now,
sorry,
Jody,
man.
Let me tell you this: something's coming back on the other end. Females are now wearing, and this is 50% of females, wearing one-piece bathing suits. They're coming back, and it's a scary thing because back in the day, you only wore one piece if you were a big one.
Why are we wearing
skinny hot girls are wearing one pieces? I'm telling you, dude, it's a thing.
Why are we wearing one piece? I don't understand. Why is that happening?
Maybe Kesha did it. Is she still like Kesha?
Kesha?
Maybe she did it. Somebody hot did it. A hot girl did it. Now every single girl wants to do the one piece. I see it. I work at a water park today. I DJ'd there. Saw a bunch of hot girls in one piece.
All right, here's the thing. Okay, now stay with me here, Scott. We can all agree that a one-piece bathing suit is not really the way we want things to be, right? As guys.
It's more left to the imagination.
Okay, so do you ever hear about guys writing articles about how one-piece bathing suits need to go away, or guys stealing their wives' one-piece bathing suits?
About penning something up,
so they're forced to wear two-piece. Is this like this is what I mean? This is why this anti-cargo short thing is so weird in my mind. Why does anybody give a shit about?
Do you ever let Jamie dress you up though when you're walking out of the house? Saying going to a thing where you have to wear something not their OR scrubs or yoga stretch pants or whatever the hell you wear.
Right.
Say you have to go to a barbecue where people are going to be at. Does she tell you what to wear? You walk out with your pig head shirt and she's like, you know what? You might want to come back here and try something else on, like a polo or something.
Not really. Like I'm pretty good at understanding when it's okay to wear ridiculous clothing.
Though, right? Let's be honest. You have a V-neck that's brown.
No. I have dozens and dozens of T-shirts. They're all just essentially the same thing. I have a V-neck in 5 or 6 colors. I have a crew neck in 5 or 6 colors, and that's it. That's my entire wardrobe.
That's a nice little thing you got going on.
I wish people would leave the cargo shorts alone, though. I really don't understand what the deal is. We got what's going on with the Halloween store, Scott? Because you said you were walking around and you actually saw a Halloween store that's already open, and we've got a long time until.
Yeah, it's my favorite holiday. It starts now. Halloween is officially here. Early August, the first week of August. Start picking out what you want. The stores are opening up block to block. The makeup's coming out. The fun. You better get there early, Jody, because the best costumes, they always go first. You walk in there, there's no Chucky, there's no Chuck Norris. They're all gone the first week. So you got to get in there in the first week and get your costume set, right? When it's nice and hot, you can put a plastic face on. You know what I mean?
Guess so, because I'm the guy that always buys whatever I need for Halloween either the day before, the day of. The store has been picked apart.
I think you were a gay vampire last.
Yeah,
you just put a lipstick on. Yeah, it was weird.
It looks like a bomb exploded in the place. You never get exactly what you want, but we've got Penny on the phone. Penny? I guess now is Penny involved in these pop-up Halloween stores that are all over the place?
I believe she owns one of them, Jody. A very good one. Penny.
Hey, Penny,
tell us all about it.
Hi, Penny. Welcome to the Jody and Scott Show.
Hey, Jody and Scott. Yes, I own Halloween store, and this year we're going to be Stanford.
So Penny, tell me something.
Stanford.
Like, are you able to make so much money on Halloween from the months of basically August through October that you're able to just kind of like
You're
do
gonna ask
nothing?
her what her bank account looks like right away. You just met the woman.
That you're able to do nothing for the rest
You need
of
to
the
get
year.
out and meet more people.
No,
you don't go to
I
a
wish.
barbecue and ask them to look at their bank statement.
Does
You know
this pad your bank account for the whole year so you can just
Are you
pack up
rolling in dough?
October 31st and hit the beach for the rest of the year until August?
Yeah, very relaxing.
I wish.
Oh.
No, unfortunately, that is not the case.
I've always thought-
we do have other jobs.
Penny,
I've always
I got a
thought that's
question
how it
for you.
went.
My question is, Jody, it's a much better question than you invading her life like that. It's very sick what you do. The first people that start to walk in there, what kind of people are they? They're picking out their costume this early in a nice hot August. What are they doing? What are they picking out? And who are these people?
Most of the people that come in August are the kids that have the Spirit Week in high school, because Spirit Week, there's usually 2 to 3 days where they're dressing up in a costume.
Okay. So it's not even for
In
Halloween.
September,
Jody, what
right,
makes
in
you do that?
September, the parks start their Halloween,
Halloween
the big
Horror
attraction
Nights.
starts their Halloween trick-or-treat. So people come in to dress up for that. So that's who we get in August and September.
Now, I always notice, and I'm always a last-minute guy. You know, I run in there, I'm trying to piece something together. I got a
You
wolf
and 90%
mask,
of the
I got-
population.
Right. I mean,
You know,
that's how
people
I
are
do.
throwing shit all over the place. You know, you've been there. You've lived it. That next
Yes.
day, though, that's when people really need to get in there because you slash the prices. If people are buying their costume the day after Halloween, they're going to get a great deal. Is that right, Penny?
That is correct. However, we have costumes as cheap as $5. We from the get-go, we put things on sale.
Ghost.
We get people in the door.
Total.
So it's always best to come early for best selection.
Yeah, what's the $5 costume? Is the old sheet with the holes cut in the eyes? Is that
Condoms on your
mostly
fingers?
is that $5? What's
It's
$5?
mostly kids'
Hobo?
costumes. It's older kids' costumes, or it's costumes that are, it's people rip the packages open and the accessories go missing. So it could be just a ghoul robe, a black
Now-
ghoul robe.
Penny, I've been Teen Wolf 6 years in a row now.
Yeah,
this has
yeah.
been great.
Exact
People
same
love this. Not the
costume every
MTV
year.
shitty, Teen Wolf. I'm talking
Every
about
year.
the 80s Michael J. Fox Teen Wolf.
Same thing.
And I'm looking to take my costume up a notch this year. You got some hairy arms for me or something like that? Maybe a van to ride on top
Sure.
of surf.
We have hairy arms. We have the prosthetic teeth. We have the claws.
Nice.
I
We
just
can
draw
make
with a
you
brown marker all
zombie
over me.
Teen Wolf. We can make you zombie Teen Wolf.
Well,
Well,
Penny,
that's like a dead Teen Wolf. See? All
right.
is next level stuff right here.
hey Penny, thanks
Yes.
thanks for calling to give us the update on what's going on with you. Because I always wonder when I see the stores start opening up this time of year, I'm like, who the hell is going
Do you
there?
have any
right now?
yoga pants for Jody? He's looking to get comfortable for
Yeah,
Halloween.
what's your take?
We
All right,
do.
Penny, you're a lady, obviously.
hot lady? yeah.
What's your take on men's cargo shorts? Do you have a problem with cargo shorts?
Yeah, it comes with the hobo costume.
You know something? I actually love men's cargo
Thank
shorts
you.
because
Yeah.
then my husband has a lot of pockets and things don't end up in my purse. They end up
That's
in his
right.
pockets
She
where
uses
they belong.
pockets.
See, that's the thing, Penny. When I was reading this Wall Street Journal article today, the woman was like, okay, you can't wear cargo shorts, but if you're like a dad with kids, then it's okay because you got stuff.
Yeah, if
but
you're
what
a
if you're a guy
disgusting
that
dad.
what if you're not a dad with kids and you just want to put a bunch of stuff in your pockets? Why is it okay for the dad to be able to put stuff in his cargo pockets, but it's not okay for Jerry, the single guy, to wear cargo shorts and put stuff in his cargo pockets?
He's nice. I'm having a
It's
beer with him
total
later.
discrimination.
I agree, Penny. Thank
Total
you. There you
discrimination.
go. That's a point in the column for the cargo shorts. Thanks, Penny.
Also, Penny, before she goes, tell us exactly where your costume shop is so people know.
Yeah, we need some free
Because
costumes.
Jody wants to know what your bank account is and then hang up on you immediately. That's kind of what we do around here.
That's all I care about.
The address is 312 North Entrance Road in Stanford. We're next to the Joann's and Books A Million.
Cool.
Oh, I
In
know where
Stanford.
that is.
Penny,
I go to
thank you.
Joann's all the time.
Thank you very much, Penny. We appreciate it.
I'm knitting a quilt.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Later on. I love the
I
random.
am. I need a new blanket.
I love the random guests that you find sometimes, Scott. 'cause
That was nice to hear from
Well,
you.
I got to tell you, I don't know. A part of me was I didn't know that a part of me was curious about what was going on with the Halloween stores this time of
You're
year.
a little
but,
horny about it.
By the way, if
Wanna know.
you haven't joined
I
the
do.
Jody and
What's going
Scott
on in
email, if you haven't joined the Jody and Scott Show email list, text JS to 66866. That's JS to 66866. You can get on the email list. We don't spam you. It's just make sure you get
No, we give you
important stuff
thousands
sent
of
to you.
dollars
and
for free. It's cool.
Tila Tequila will be joining us here in just about 10 minutes or so.
I can't wait, dude.
So
I love
if you want to talk to her, the phone number is 407-499-8009. You can get on hold for Tila, who'll be joining us here in just a few moments.
Now, Jody, I know you work from home, but you used to have a normal job like everybody else, right?
Yep,
You got
there
that
was a
thing for
day.
you. I got some tips for you, some work tips.
What kind of tips are going on with what do you got for work tips? Why are you coming with work tips today, Scott?
Oh, there they are. Here are some things that keep you unproductive at work, Jody.
Why
I
would
know
I
you know a
wanna
lot
be-
about that with the weed. You know, it's very lazy acting.
Why would I want to stay unproductive at work? I don't understand.
No, this is stuff that'll get in the way of you being very productive.
Okay.
So you need to pay attention to this.
So
Wake
these are
up,
things
drink
to
a
avoid.
coffee.
Things to avoid is what you're
Right,
saying.
unless
Okay.
you want to be unproductive.
I got you. Okay.
Sometimes, you know, if you can say this, hangover, I've been there. Hangovers can really put a bump in your day, and I'm not talking about the blow. I'm talking
you.
about a speed bump. Okay,
That's why I've essentially sworn off drinking. As I got older, the hangovers.
drink. You have one amber bock and you take a nap. You know what I mean?
Like,
You hit a lead.
if I drink to the point that I feel like lit, the next day is going to be so bad that I just can't do it. I can't.
I think
do
my
it.
favorite day in Vegas with you is when you puked up a shot of tequila at the pool.
That was fun, right? The hot.
Yeah, you're like, it's not actually that bad. All over the pool
hot,
bag.
like the super
the
hot
hot girl. Yeah.
cocktail waitress comes over.
That
"Oh,
wasn't
you want
that
tequila
bad.
shots?"
You're trying to act cool.
Yeah, I'll take a
It was
tequila
bad.
shot.
Came right out of your mouth. Okay.
Drank
Right
it and
back out of your
then literally just vomited on myself laying there on a chair. That was fun.
Where's my working song?
That was
You kind of just cut that off.
Yeah,
I
it's a
wasn't really
terrible
done with that.
song.
It's
Where
a
did
pretty
you-
good
where-
song. I
where
know a
did
guy.
you-
My friend Peter put this together for us.
Where did you
Peter.
get this, by the way? This is
It's
awful.
like a footstep. They actually did actual things to it. Tells you
bad.
about all the jobs people have in the world, which is cool. You want to know about things, Jody. You just want to know about their bank account. That poor woman.
Bad song. Sorry.
Not bad. Okay, you can get rid of
Yeah,
that.
it's a bad song.
Another thing that will make you unproductive at work is a computer problem. Say your computer's acting up, or you're pretending like it is. The IT guy looks at you like you're an asshole. You know how that works. The old IT guy that says you're a dick.
How long is
You're
this?
dumb,
How
and
long is this
restart it,
list?
you know.
How long is this list?
Oh, we got why? I thought it's a great list.
Okay, keep
All
going.
right, okay, well, I'll do one more since you hate it so much.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Sorry, you don't have to go to work. You get to relax at home.
Yeah.
Smoke a bale of weed. All right.
Very relaxing life that I have.
But if you had if you're gabbing with the coworkers too much, which I do like to gab myself, I'm a little bit of a Yankee Doodle into dandy. You know what I mean? I like to have fun at work, so sometimes that gets
Can
me
we
hung up.
can we get the list going here? What do you? I'm not
Well,
really
that's
sure
it.
what you're
I
doing.
told you, that's the end of the list. I'm
Okay.
trying to make people be more productive at work. I think that's a good thing for the show. We want our people to make money so you can check their bank accounts
Let's
and
do
they
it.
call in.
Let's do it. Come on, give me another tip, Scott. Let's go.
Well, that's it. I'm done. A bad sleep. You're rolling around a lot. That's why you smoke the weed. All right, that's it. I'm done with the work tips. Hit my song. Very
Wow, that
productive
was
if
a
you don't do
rough list.
God, Mike, what is? I
was
mean,
a
Maybe
rough
you should
one.
take down some notes with that.
Hey, Mike, did you watch Ghostbusters with your son by any chance?
Yeah, I wanted to bring this up. This was big.
So you and I have Mike and I both have sons that are sort of similar in age, and you said you decided to sit down with them and watch the original Ghostbusters. How did that go, by the way? Because I've been thinking about doing it with my
Mom was
kid.
out of town.
It was okay. He
this
was
is
actually completely frightened by it.
Oh, he was?
Right, it's a
kind of a
scary
bad
movie.
Was he terrified of it?
Yeah, he was pretty terrified of it. He kept going like, you know what? I want to watch Ghostbusters, but it scares me.
It's scary.
But it was one of those things where like he liked being
Liked the
scared
scare.
by it, so he wanted to
Right.
keep watching it.
Okay.
But as he was watching it, he freaked out and said it was too scary and wanted me to shut it off.
Oh, you're a terrible
Probably
father.
good. What are you doing? Hey, I remember when I was like 9 years
I'm a
old. I
good
thought it was
father.
scary.
You're a
I'm
terrible
good father,
father.
first of all, because he actually wanted to watch like the new one because I
Oh.
guess somehow they were talking about it
Yeah,
at
that-
school or somebody
What if he wanted
brought
to watch
like
the porn?
show and tell figures
Porn.
and he wanted to go see the one with all the women.
Okay,
And I
never
said
mind.
no.
All
If
right,
you're
you're
gonna
a
watch
good dad.
Ghostbusters, you're gonna watch the original.
Yeah, well,
That's a good.
it's a
That's a
theory.
good.
I was
Good
just saying,
dad
like,
move.
When I was a kid, I didn't get a lot of the jokes in Ghostbusters. till I
He's
was
gonna
like
have
30.
nightmares for the rest.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was thinking about his nightmares. I started to have one about him having a nightmare the other night. Shut that down with the 17 years.
All right,
You know what
thanks,
I mean?
Mike. Hey, did you see this story, Scott? That in Australia, they got a major problem in Australia. You know what the problem in Australia is, Scott?
Too many kangaroos. Gotta be.
No, it has nothing to do with the kangaroos.
The women are slutty.
No, it's not. It's not that the women are slutty. Are Australian women slutty?
Yeah, Google that.
Okay.
That's a big thing. A lot of people know that.
The problem-
90% of people know that.
The problem is that so many Australians are claiming Jedi as their religion in Australia.
I did read that.
On government
These nerds
forums.
need to chill out.
This is becoming an actual problem. On the 2011 census, almost 65,000 Australians put Jedi down as their religion. I'm going to burp here. Watch this.
Yeah, God, you got to ruin the show. You're a disgusting man, okay? Wearing the cargos, burping the show. That's bad.
I know. How did I end up with like an intelligent, pretty wife? I'm a disgusting human being.
Yeah, you are pretty gross. No, by the way, the Star Wars thing with you are a late bloomer when it comes to Star Wars. So would you let your kid, if he never got into Judaism, which you're into, or
I'm not into any
you
religion.
into that?
No, I'm not into any
Judaism?
religion. No, I'm
it's a very
not.
weird world of Judaism.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, what you mean? Would I let him be a
Be a
Jedi?
Jedi.
Like
he believes in Obi-Wan.
No, I don't think I would let him believe in
That's cool.
Jedi as a religion. No.
Hey,
no, I don't
he
think
can
I'd
float
do that.
things with his hands.
No. So anyway, in Australia, Jedi now practically an official religion in down under.
Quickly, Jody, you're a big Apple guy. All you do is, whack off to Apple porn on your Mac.
No, that's
and
not
you
true, but okay.
Have an iPhone. You have the new iPhone every time. You download all the apps and the gigawatts and the whole thing.
Yep.
Check this out. Emojis. Big day for emojis. We got a couple new ones, okay? We got the female athlete because, you got the Olympics coming up.
Are you doing
It's
another
very emotional.
list?
No, I'm telling you about new emojis. It's not a list.
It kind of feels like a list. It feels like I feel like you're getting into.
Can I say a word? I'm finishing this up. Rainbow flag is a new emoji, and this is a big one. They're substituting the actual gun for a squirt gun because of all the gun problems.
Oh, they're removing the
actual.
They're removing the actual guns from the thing.
Yeah, they're turning it into a green squirt gun. What do you think?
Whatever. I don't care. I don't use emoji.
You don't care? What about the rainbow flag?
No, I've never used it. Like, I feel very dirty using emoji. Like, I don't know. I've tried to do it with my wife before. It feels very strange to me. I can't do it. I can't.
You should do sexual emojis with your wife and then bang it off with a bang fest.
How do you do
know what I mean?
like what's a sexual emoji? Like there
Well,
aren't like actual sex emojis,
you do
right?
You do the okay finger and then you put the pointing into the okay and then you kind of do it a bunch of times in a row and it turns into like a bang finger thing.
Okay.
And then you get her all turned up and horned and then you put the kid to bed and bang the hell out of her. You know what I mean? It's called an emoji bang.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. But anyway, coming up in just
You're
a second,
out.
the very cool Tila Tequila is going to be joining us. If you'd like to chat with Tila, you can call 407-499-8009 to get on hold right now for once we get Tila on the line. And before we get to that, Scott, Taco Bell. We've been talking about every week. We seem to bring up
last night.
One of the weird how the fast food joints are coming out with really weird foods these days. Burger King seems to be leading the charge.
You gotta catch some eyes, Jody. You gotta catch eyes. You're losing.
Have you seen what Taco Bell is up to, Scott? Have you seen?
I think I heard about
what
this,
they're
but
getting
lay it
ready
on
to
me.
do because
Is it
Taco
adding another
Bell.
chip into a thing?
That's
Yeah,
right.
That's what it is.
Taco Bell is putting puffy Cheetos in burritos. And it's coming very, very soon here. Food Beast first reported that it's been confirmed that the food retailer will begin testing the new Cheetos burrito in Cincinnati, Ohio. Man, Cincinnati, Ohio.
I kind of like this.
They get all the cool stuff.
Let me tell you why.
In mid-August.
Guy.
And guess how much?
That's why we have to wait that long?
Scott,
No.
guess how much guess how much the puffy Cheetos burrito is going to cost?
Give me it for $1.
It's $1, Scott. It's $1. Yeah,
figured.
that's right.
It's not a high item. Let's celebrate, Jody. And let me tell you why this is a big deal. You get a bag of Cheetos and you're struggling. You know why you're struggling? Because you get the Cheeto dust all over your things.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to get the wet wipes. This way, they're already wrapped around a nice tortilla. And then you got to do is put it right in your face. No Cheeto fingers and you're eating Cheetos.
Okay.
Let's get fat. Together.
So
With
anyway.
stretchy pants.
You got anything else, or do you want to?
I do.
Do you want to talk to Tequila? I'm getting very, very excited.
Is she ready to go?
She's
Let's
ready.
not-
I think
let's
she's
do
ready
it,
to go.
dude.
But let's.
You make her wait? No.
Let me hear your Pokemon thing real quick, and then we'll get to Tequila.
Quickly, Pokemon. Jody, in the Dominican Republic, a lot of weird shit going on over there. A man playing Pokemon Go was staying after work late and ran into a couple having sex in a back room. So he got to see some sex while playing Pokemon Go, which is
Good for him.
an added perk. I'm
Was that
glad
the
we
whole-
got to that.
Was that the whole story?
Yeah, I mean, he saw him having sex. Because he was playing Pokemon Go.
That was it, huh?
That was it. Yeah.
So anyway, look, we've got a great guest here joining us. We've Scott and I, we're both sort of we came into our manhood during the '90s, right? And that's and when we were what I guess it was college age is when VH1 really sort of changed the TV formula altogether, and things.
Well, they started doing Flavor of Love, I Love New York. They did all that, but then MTV came out and did it to the next level.
Right. They decided that screw all these classic dating shows. Let's mix it up and have somebody date, have a girl date girls and guys, and
the whole thing.
And that was the Tila Tequila show, and that was and it
Shot
was
at Love.
Shot at Love is what it was called. It was really it was at the time really wild TV, and Tila, of course,
best TV out there,
was chosen for that show because she was like the original social media star, right?
That's right. Is she there? Can we start talking to her? Because I'm sick of talking to you.
We should
be quite honest.
Why am I jabbering about Tila Tequila
what the hell are you talking about?
when she's on hold? Hey, Tila, welcome to the Jody and Scott Show. How you doing, girl?
Hey guys, it's me. High energy.
Look at you. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thanks, I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. I want to run into a couple of things here real quick. Tila, you were discovered at a mall in Houston. Is that right? You were hanging out at a mall. Were you at a food court hanging out, or did somebody just come up to you and say you're hot? We're gonna put you in Playboy. Like, how did that go down? Your discovery.
Well, I was still, it was just like I left school. It was after school, and I was at the mall getting my hair done, and then a Playboy scout came up to me and asked me if I would be interested in modeling for Playboy. So I was like, cool.
Hell yeah.
So I was basically discovered. Yeah.
Like 19 at the time?
I was about 19 at the time.
Now, when you got discovered, Scott probably already knows the answer to this, but when you got discovered, did you already have like the big MySpace thing going on?
I already know.
Or is that something that happened after? When did the MySpace thing blow up? Because you were like the first Instagram or YouTube or whatever star, essentially.
She was the first Twitter star, but it actually happened on MySpace.
Right.
Is what it was.
Actually, it's funny because before MySpace and all of that, I was actually starting to sign up to like these sites called like AsianAvenue.com.
Ooh, I was a big AsianAvenue.com user.
What happened with
You guys remember
with Friendster? I know something happened with Friendster.
They
that actually was in the news.
Everybody kept kicking me off, like from Friendster, and then I had a profile on like Face the Jury. I had a profile on every single social media website.
What about hotornot.com? Were you on hotornot.com? Remember that one?
No, after I kept getting kicked off, I was like, you know what? Forget all this crap.
Now, were you making money with your band? It was Beyond Betty Jean was your first band, right?
Yeah, Beyond Betty Jean. That was my band.
Research.
Yeah, Jody did none. He almost said your show was on VH1 a couple seconds ago. That's how much research he actually did.
I thought it was a VH1
He's
show.
a ding-dong head. Now, you do that, you get discovered by MySpace. Now, I want to say discovered, but you had music playing on there. So people were getting into your music. They were listening to all this.
Yeah, I helped MySpace kind of blow up and shape it into what it is because I was the only person on MySpace who had my own videos posted up. And this was before YouTube was even invented. I had my own video streaming, and people always hit me up like, hey, how'd you get videos? I want to put videos on my page. And I was like, well, I have my own website that I have to, I have my own server, kind of like Hillary.
We'll get into that
but I wasn't doing anything illegal.
I do want to ask this one question. Jody.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to ask this question, Tila, for a long time, and it's been burning in my head, and I've heard rumors of this, because we were on the radio a lot when MySpace was going on, so we had our big MySpace accounts and everything. There is a rumor. Do you have any emotional music, Jody?
I used to try to use MySpace to get laid all the time back.
Yeah,
back
it didn't
in the
work
day.
because he's balding.
Yeah.
Tila.
It didn't work.
So, but listen, Jody, here's the question I have, Tila. This is an emotional song. There's a rumor going around. You can answer it however you want, but this would be big media for us and for you. That you met MySpace Tom at a bar. You guys got together. I don't know whether or not you hooked up, but a week later, you had 1 million friends on MySpace. Is there any truth to the rumor that you and MySpace Tom got together in those early stages of MySpace? Answer it however you want. I'm just really curious.
That would be every nerd's dream, I suppose, but that's not how it happened. He only hit me up online. He did. That's not how it happened.
Oh, man. That would have been an awesome story.
Him, though, but when he became like the biggest thing on MySpace, did you actually meet him? Was he standing in front of like a dry erase board? Like, what was going on? Did you meet him?
What? Yeah, of course I met him eventually.
Yeah, right. But there was no hooking up with Myspace Tom. That's a big rumor that didn't happen.
Oh, well.
No, he wasn't. No offense to Tom or anything, but he wasn't really my type.
Hey, the number.
He was kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to be saying. And he was kind of beta, you know.
He banged Zuckerberg.
So yes, so he was like your basic like unassertive kind of geeky guy, and that's not your thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've had like.
He basically said he has a very small penis.
I don't really have.
I really cannot believe that you have basically said that MySpace Tom had a small penis.
Yeah, that's breaking news.
That is wild breaking news. I can't.
We're joking. You can say that.
We're just kidding.
TMZ.com reporting MySpace Tom has a very small penis, according to Tila Tequila. This is big news, guys.
Big story here tonight. Hey, Tila, we've got one of your fans on hold here. The number 407-499-8009. If you would like to speak to Tila Tequila here tonight, we've got Heather on the phone. Hey, Heather, you're on with Tila. Welcome to the Jody and Scott Show. How are you?
Hey guys, how are you?
We're good.
I'm good.
Hey, Heather.
Hey, I have some questions because I on your Twitter, I always notice you like posting all this like really cool, tell the truth about this stuff. And you said how like everybody died in 2012 and we're in purgatory. So my question was like, how do we get to like the heaven or like the better, or is everyone going to get to where everything is back to normal again or better, like a better instead of this hell that we're in?
Yeah, because it's boring, you know?
What? Wait, what is the question? You want to know, like, basically how do you ascend? Is that your question? Or?
Yeah, like, is everyone going to get that? Because I'm also voting for Trump, and, like, is that going to happen when Trump becomes president? Like, everything's going to be better on in the world instead of getting
Yes, it will. If you vote for Trump, it definitely will. He's, like, the tipping point of, like, all this degeneracy happening. So you vote for Trump, it will definitely tip into, the scale back to balancing, like, getting back to the golden age.
Okay, so that's an interesting. Tila,
what do you think about the gun emoji?
Hold on, she just said. All right, so here. Let's roll this back a little bit. She said that you said something about everyone is dead and in purgatory. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay.
Were we ever alive?
Okay, I couldn't really hear her. Everyone's dead. Well, the thing about people is that, everyone kind of died in 2012. Like, everyone had that joke, like, the world was ending in 2012, and everyone's like, oh, it didn't really end. Actually, it did. But the thing is, the humans, sorry if I call you guys the humans, but the humans, they don't remember it because it's like a really fast flash is what it is. The Earth flashed. And what happened is that everybody got teleported into another dimension. Yeah, basically, and in your mind, you don't remember because it's like a fail-safe for humans, so you don't malfunction. So you don't remember dying, but we're actually all dead, kind of wandering through purgatory, and that's why it's been so crazy in these past few years, and things got really weird.
Does the government know this is going on? Or is the government involved? Or they have no idea what the hell is going on either? What's going on with the government?
Well, of course they know what's going on. I mean, but okay. There's so many humans on this planet. It's kind of scary to think that it's better to keep them kind of like that's what they've been doing to people, like kind of keep them down there so you guys don't revolt or anything like that.
Okay, we don't want to freak out.
Okay. But Trump is here. Trump is here to change that. Tila, yeah.
Okay. So here's where I'm at here. Like you're saying some pretty wild stuff, and even on Twitter, you've posted some like some stuff that a lot of people would interpret as pretty out there. Some of it ranging like I've read reports about some stuff that that some people could interpret as being. It could be racist or whatever, and I'm trying. Here's what I'm trying to get a handle on. You seem to be a master like agitator, right? Like what to say.
What's gonna piss people
to get
off.
under people's skin.
You like to troll trolls.
Right,
Is that true?
Right, because Scott and I, we did talk radio forever, and for years that was kind of our thing, right? Like we did that. You know what I mean? Like we know what it feels like to get stupid people angry about silly shit, and it's a lot of fun. And what I'm trying to get a hold of, and what I'm trying to get a beat on here is is that what you're doing here on Twitter and all that with all of the
Are you trolling trolls?
Are you trolling
because
trolls?
It's a troll reversal is what it could be. If
or
that's
is
what
this
you're doing? We don't know. I don't think she'll admit to it if she's doing that, Jody.
I know.
Come
I'm
on.
trying to get I can't figure it out. Or is this in your mind all of the truth?
It's all everything at once at the same time.
Okay, I like that.
And she likes to fuck with people.
I actually
wrong with that.
It's like it's all simultaneously. Everything you said, it's all it's all my answer. It's like all of the above, except that to another like really enlightened level. I don't even know I could put it into words without kind of like having your brains explode right now.
Okay.
And your audience kind of like melts. So
I 20 shots.
I try to like tone it down.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Because I've been following your Twitter thing for a while, and there's some outrageous stuff going on.
What's wrong with being outrageous?
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I on a certain level, I find it all very, very impressive because we've got some people that are on Twitter that have been contacting us since we basically said that we were going to be having you on, and they and some of them, you've got some people that dislike you to a level that I've never seen. People off. People that have Twitter.
I know.
You've got people with Twitter accounts that are essentially dedicated to going after you.
Up for Twitter and I get pissed off at you.
Right, and I invited them to call the show, and none of them did. And I'm fascinated.
Exactly.
And I'm fascinated by sort of these people that really don't like you, and I don't think they've figured out exactly what you're really doing.
Well, no, it's not that. They've been around for a long time. I know exactly who you're talking about. They harass my real life, too. But the thing is, they will never show up in real life. They would never call in. Like, they'll call the authorities on me every day. They try to call, Child Protective Services to harass me. But the thing is, they know that I'm, like, beyond human level. Like, I'm the master level. And so their little brains can't handle me. They try to...
Let's just. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but let's
master.
Yeah, let's talk about Donald Trump for a little while because you are
Jody loves Trump.
You are one of the celebrity Donald Trump supporters. Me personally, I can't get on board. Right?
Actually, it's funny because Tila, one of your first big shots on TV was with Ted Nugent, who is also a Trump supporter. Do you guys still keep in contact and talk about Trump? Or what?
Are you in the Nuge buddies?
Yeah, she was on the Nude show. How was that? I did a lot of research. Do you keep up with Nuge?
Nugent and New Winds kind of sounds the same, right?
Are you guys married or something? I didn't know what was going on. I thought you guys got together at some point.
We're like,
did you ban him? Maybe
we might be like distant.
Yeah, have you and Ted Nugent?
We might be like distant cousins.
Oh, have you and Ted Nugent ever hooked up?
I bet he has a big dick. I know Myspace Tom
No,
has
gross. Absolutely not.
Yeah, he's a little old now.
I wouldn't hook up. I wouldn't hook up with him either.
I wouldn't bang him either. Yeah, we're not even gay. But
not a chance.
Well, maybe in the next life. We're already in the next life.
Well, all right. So let's talk about your support for Donald Trump because you are a passionate Donald Trump supporter, and so what is it about Trump that seems to have you so fired up? Because I'm having a hard time understanding. I understand.
I get the whole not being a part of government, Jerry. Everybody gets that. That's his appeal.
I get the idea that you want to vote somebody in that is not part of the establishment, not a corporate shill. I get all that, but I can't get behind Donald Trump to be that guy. So how is he your guy? What is it that inspired you about Donald Trump to get him into office?
Well, on a grander scale, in the bigger picture, a lot of people are so brainwashed, and they've been brainwashed for so long and indoctrinated for so long that they're literally, blind to the fact that you're letting in enemies, to pollute our. People are like, oh, when was America ever great? And people are actually going along with that ideology. Like, are you listening to what you sound like right now? You're asking people, when was America ever great? And people are cheering about that. Like, do you not think our country is the greatest country in the entire world? You know, it's that way for a reason.
But I think that's the argument, right? Like if Donald Trump is saying,
what Trump is going. No, because it's steadily been declining over the years, and I've seen it with my own eyes. Like, at first I was thinking, oh, you know, maybe he's just trolling. But then I look around in the real world, and I see it happening. I see it. I wouldn't be so passionate about certain things if I didn't actually see it taking place in the streets. Like, you know, it's not just like, oh, it's just some kind of propaganda. I go outside and I walk around and I'm with my daughter, and I've had this similar conversation before, and it's like, it's really shifted. It's really took a turn for a little bit on the worst side. But you know, people are kind of in their la la land, you know, daydreaming fantasy world. I think nothing's going on, but I actually can see what's happening.
They're smoking their vapes. You know, by the way, I heard you're in the vape business now. Is that true? You're doing vapors now? I heard you jumped in that.
No, I'm not. No.
I've got to tell you,
there's a read in there.
Because I don't think it's nearly as like I hear this argument that the United States is on this decline, and I don't see it. I don't feel it.
Jody is nowhere near a liberal, by the way. So.
Yeah, and I'm not a liberal at all. If anything, I'm a libertarian, and I'm out there, and I see a world that is getting better. I see a world where gays are allowed to openly have their relationships and get married now. I see a world where women are every day making gains in terms of equal pay and employment. I see a world where even though the media really wants to hype up the racial tensions in the country, if you if you actually get out in the middle of the world, like where I live, there is no racial tension, at least in my area. I'm not so naive to say there aren't areas.
Spanish down there,
right? But in my world, it's all pretty damn good, and so I think that's why a lot of people, when they hear this "Make America Great Again" line,
I mean, Jody, you can go to Colorado and eat a pound of weed.
That's right. I would have never ever imagined that there would have been a time in this country where you can fly to Colorado or to Washington and purchase a weed brownie without being arrested. It's the greatest goddamn country in the world.
Okay, well, that's just to slap, the Sinaloa, like the drug cartel. That's to put a slap in their face from trying to make all the money, off of our people here in America, with the drug dealings and stuff. So I agree with that.
But Donald Trump,
now they're lifting that.
But Donald Trump would not be a supporter of legalizing drugs. He's basically said that he wants to roll back.
I also do believe that.
He said it's per state.
I also believe that there should be some kind of chaos. I mean, some kind of order, because there's too much. When you leave humans to their own devices for way too long, people are just out there getting crazy. And then if there's no certain lines draws, a few, laws being put down. I mean, people are out there trying to kill police officers. That's just, it gets to the point where it's just out of control. It's a little bit out of control. People are like killing cops. They're promoting, and in return, it's like, who do we call when we need help then? I'm not going to call the freaking citizens to help me. I'm going to call the police officers.
Have you had any contact with the Don himself, Trump? Have you talked to him at all? Have you texted him? Have you tweeted him?
You ever got to talk to him?
No.
No.
He seems like he's very
I'm sure he's busy saving the world. I mean, I'm not.
Have you noticed?
He's pretty busy.
Very,
he's
very
busy. The guy never stops.
I'm sorry,
he's like
what?
70 years old. We're
saying he seems very stressed out these days. He seems like
he's talking. I can't believe the energy for a 70-year-old man. Okay, Jody, you got to give him some credit on that. He never freaking stops.
I'm 36 and I don't have, and I couldn't imagine having the days that these people have.
He just never stops. This guy.
Well, I think he's doing a pretty damn good job, considering, Hillary has all of her scandals out there and her syphilis on her tongue. I mean, there's all kinds of weird stuff going on with Hillary. That.
You're lucky that Hillary's doing this.
It's kind of scary.
Well, hey,
giving Trump a chance.
Hey, Tila.
Syphilis? Breaking news, Jody.
Syphilis.
Hillary Clinton According to Tila Tequila, has syphilis all over her tongue. This is wild, dude. I knew we'd get some breaking news out of this. Oh, and Myspace Tom has a small dick.
Yep,
Let's have some fun.
MySpace
Purgatory.
There's a lot of breaking news here tonight.
Make America STD free again, okay?
Tila
Hey,
Tequila.
like
Hey, Tila Tequila, thank
raw
you.
dog on everything.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Do you have a website or something everybody can check out if they want to keep up with what you got going on? Where can everybody keep up with you these days?
You could just check out tilatequila.com. Whatever. It got hacked recently, but I got it fixed, so.
Right on.
You can see Tila Tequila in January at the inauguration of Donald Trump in Washington. Let's celebrate! She'll be there, baby. We're gonna boob spade it.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a party
baby.
out there.
All right, Tila. Hey,
She might sing the national anthem. Who knows?
It's been fun talking to you. You're somebody that we really enjoyed watching back in the day. We've kept up with you all
Your
throughout the years,
dating
so thank
show
you very much.
was
Revolutionary.
Started The Bachelorette.
Degenerate.
Who cares about that?
It was
That's
Degenerate.
It was revolutionary. All right, hey Tila, thanks so much. Later.
All right, thanks, guys.
There she is,
I
Tila.
thought she
Bye.
was gonna marry that girl-looking boy, Danny. Remember her?
Oh, I remember her.
Or boy-looking girl. Yeah, she had the.
What'd they do? Did they do?
She was. Hey, that Danny girl was Bieber before Bieber was Bieber. Remember that
that's
girl?
true.
The lesbian girl? Yeah.
Did they do 2 seasons of that show? Is that what it was, or was it just the 1 season? I can't
It
remember.
was 2.
It was 2.
The second one had that big fight with all the drunken idiot guys. Okay, Jody, so what do you think? After we talked to her, is she trolling everybody else and having a good time with that, or do you think she's actually believing all the stuff she's saying on Twitter?
It's hard to say, right? Like, I mean, she said when her answer to my question was all of that. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Like, I feel like she's doing it for. I mean, she has to be, because it's one of two things, right? Like, she's either doing this because she knows exactly how to push everyone's buttons and she's playing this character and she's having a good time whipping everybody into a frenzy, or she's legitimately crazy. And
She sounds hot still, though, doesn't she?
but that's just it. Like,
Yeah,
when I
she's
talk
allowed to do that.
like talking to her, I don't get the vibe that she's crazy. She says crazy things.
Sounds kind of smart.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, she
know?
says crazy stuff, but I don't get the feeling that she is actually crazy. So I think she's just trolling.
Jody, I think it's time for us to get out of here.
Well,
We have
actually,
so much more stuff to
Capper
get
just
to.
called. Capper's on the line.
got it,
I don't know what he has going on. Capper, welcome. What's happening,
What are
buddy?
you selling tonight?
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? Tough act to follow there.
You're not anywhere near as hot as Tila Tequila, Capper. No, you're not.
No, but you know
losing
what?
weight,
We've
though.
got something cooking here. I've actually pulled your partner in on this.
That's right.
I finally am able to get one of you guys involved in one of my deals.
I want to put my money
We
somewhere.
are in the middle of a huge water park
Wait a minute. Do we
slide
want to tell
liquidation
what's
do we wanna
going
tell
on?
everybody about the
Whoa,
Capper? Do we want to talk
hold on
about-
a second. Whoa, what's
This is
going on?
big. There's a lot of money.
Look, I'm building business. This tiddlywink stuff that we've been doing lately, the styrofoam finger, all this stuff,
I mean, you
it's
did okay with
growing
that.
into real
Trump
businesses
styrofoam.
now.
So you're ready to make some real money.
It's
I'm
time to
invested.
get into some real money, and we're liquidating slides. That's what we're doing right now. We're going after old water parks, and we're taking good products. They might need 2 or 3 parts.
Can I put one of these in my backyard?
Well, mostly
that's
a
the
hotel.
funny
They're
thing.
big. They're big things.
I would love to have a
That's the funny-
water slide in my
Hey,
backyard.
actually, maybe we can cut these things up and
My-
sell them to houses.
my
You know what I
neighbors-
mean?
That's
A couple
what we're
tubes and
trying to do.
My
Yes.
neighbors would
We've got
love
wealthy
this.
people that are already booking the Destuca out of Wet and Wild.
That's right.
I've got
want it.
millionaires
And that's
How
that
much-
want
straight
it
up.
in
How
their
much-
backyard.
How much can I get a used Derstuka for? How much?
That's a straight down
Well-
water park ride.
What is it? What does it cost?
I'm in the middle, so I'm
trying to
I'm
cut it in
basically
half.
the middleman. I bring the people, we move the parts, we fix it up, and then we
hate
haul it
to-
off to these wealthy men. You're looking at a $10 million ride.
I hate
I
to, real
will
quick. I
sell
hate to
it.
do business while we're on the air, but do we sell the wormhole yet?
$10 million.
Do we get
The
rid of the
wormhole's
wormhole?
out in Arizona. It's got a couple rusty pieces. We're still
does.
working on that.
Okay, well, yeah, I invested
but again,
in the wormhole
it's,
because I know it's a fun ride. You know.
it's a good fixer upper. We're going to get
Right.
about $23,000 for that.
The wormhole.
But we're making huge money, and then I make a percentage off this. I'm basically just moving slides to wealthy people all over the world.
God, this
And
is
incredible.
I'm so glad.
Incredible
I
business.
cashed in my 401k on this.
All right. Capper, thanks, buddy. Good luck
We
with your slide
are
business.
making millions on water
Dude, we are
slides,
going to
guys.
slide right into millions. Are you
Right.
kidding me? This
Good
is
luck.
fun.
Good luck with that, Capper. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's get some beers and
Hey,
celebrate.
take care,
later.
guys.
moving
Gonna
some
count
slides.
our money.
Moving some slides around. So, all right, Scott, you got a
I
twisted
do,
today?
Jody, and this is a very real one. Okay, so it's gonna be PG-13. So Mike, don't let your kid listen to this one.
Okay. Put
let Jackson.
the kids to bed.
Put the earmuffs on. Man in England was busted for running around naked in a garage.
Okay.
It's getting wild over there. Okay. Police fought him, finally got him down, and arrested him, brought him into prison. I guess it's jail. They don't go to prison until they do that. Yeah, he's in jail, doing the shower, get him into the cell. All of a sudden, he starts acting up again.
Mm-hmm.
Like going wild, just like he was in the parking garage. The man, and this is true, Jody, the man hid his blow, his cocaine, in the foreskin of his penis.
That must be a hell of a foreskin.
And he was
Hell of a
uncircumcised,
foreskin.
like an anteater. So he
Yeah.
just shoved it right up into the anteater's
Man,
mouth.
that's a hell of a foreskin right there.
So he got into the jail and started getting high on blow again. And they had to wrestle him to the ground. I mean, imagine shoving a bag of blow into your foreskin so you can get a nice little bump when you get to jail. To relax yourself. That's a true story. Google that.
Probably the worst reveal you've done yet.
Because it was true. That's probably why.
Was it actually true? That was a real one?
Google, the guy snuck the blow into his foreskin, his uncircumcised dick, and got high in jail. And that's a party when you get in there. Those black guys won't screw with it if you look all whacked out. You know what
I'm
I
just
mean?
trying. I guess my unit just isn't anywhere near large enough to even be able to conceive.
You need the stretchy skin at the top.
First of all, I'm circumcised, but even if I wasn't circumcised, I couldn't.
Be a lot of skin.
I mean,
I want to thank Tila Tequila.
The size of that foreskin must be absolutely incredible. I'd really like to
I
see
want to
that
thank
foreskin
Tila
one day.
Tequila for joining us.
Yeah,
Tonight, Jody.
you know, that
beautiful.
was extremely interesting because she's got a whole thing going on, and
also, vote for us, OrlandoWeekly.com. This is the last week you can do it. We want to get to that number 2 spot because we know Tom and Dan are going to win that freaking
help us get to number 2, OrlandoWeekly.com. Give us a vote.
Yeah, but you have
in
to
there.
vote number 1 for us to get to number 2. You have to do number 2 to get to number 1.
Right.
Number 1 to get to number 2.
Yeah, don't vote us number 2. Vote us number 1. There is no number 2 to vote.
Take a number 1 and
Yeah.
then we'll get to number 2.
Boom.
Boom. All right. Also, check us out on Twitter, of course. Jody and Scott. If you just type in Jody and Scott, that'll show up too. But wow, what a ride tonight, huh, man?
That was a hell of a ride. Hey,
you buy this new box of a thing. It's in there.
Yeah. It was...
Sound better?
I know. I feel like I'm going to burp again. Hold on.
Let's ruin the show. One last time.
You ready to go home?
He's getting weirder and fatter, though. Have you noticed that?
Oh, who? Trump?
Yeah, he's getting fatter and he's getting weirder.
Every week. Like, I think
he won't just shut up.
We're like witnessing a human being coming unglued right in front of our eyes. A presidential. We're watching a presidential candidate come unglued in front of our eyes. It's kind of fun.
If he shut his mouth for 2
He'd
weeks,
win.
his poll numbers would skyrocket.
If he stopped right now,
unbelievable.
If he stopped doing appearances and just shut his mouth, he'd win. He'd walk right into the White House. It is crazy.
He's sabotaging his own campaign.
All right, we'll see everybody next week. JodyandScottShow.com. Jody N. Scott on Twitter. Find us on iTunes. Find us on Stitcher. We'll see you all next week, Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. JodyandScottShow.com.
We had a case where we had an African-American guy who was a fan of mine. Great fan, great guy. In fact, I want to find out what's going on with him. You know what look at my African-American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about?